Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ambassador Joe Procasing from Ebon City. As an ambassador of peace, I need to say something about the Edo Artifact that is booming around, and a lot of people talking about it every now and then. A lot of people don't know the facts. Edo, there's a parable that says, "OVBOGHAN SUKPEVBOWEWE." A lot of people have been making suggestions about how the artifact will be stored or in a particular place or wherever it should be. Like I always tell people that the life we live is what we make out of it, irrespective of the circumstances or the situation you find yourself. There are certain things you don't go in the public to discuss. Edo Artifacts belongs to the royal family, belongs to the Oba of Benin, belongs to Oba Eridawa II. The issue was, everyone knows how the artifacts were collected from the Benin empires. A lot of discussions have come about this issue that is creating a lot of situation around the world. We must desist from certain things. I don't know where our brothers from Europe have come out to be the war journalists. They talk stories and talk things they don't even have facts about. Start deciding for government, deciding for the palace, giving suggestion to the palace. OVBOGHAN SUKPEVBOWEWE. OVBOGHAN SUKPEVBOWEWE. Let the kings, let the enogis, and let the Oba Palace decide what to do with the artifacts. I was listening to some commentaries from Italy, Europe, and other people making comment about, oh, if the artifact goes to Benin, 10 years later, it will be stolen. And the people from Ogbe are criminals, they are this. Come on, man, please. Before you go online to go and add things you don't have facts about, how do you know that all these things you're talking about are the people that are based in Ogbe, they are criminals, they are this? Why would you come up with such ideological crazy mentality that you just look at a whole entity and just classify all of them as a criminal? In fact, I'm dumbfounded to see the way and manners these people always come up and say things of what they don't know. This is not 4+4 business. Telling people that the artifact worth 10 billion. This thing were stolen, people died, skulls were broken, bones were broken, kings were deported, and now you come up and tell people that people live in Ogbe are criminals? Come on, brother. OVBOGHAN SUKPEVBOWEWE. The Oba have come out to tell the whole Benin people, to tell the whole world how he feels, and everybody must respect that. We have to respect it. That is my king, and I respect him to the fullest. And I want to say things that will embarrass people. The fact that Edo now is being tooth, biting people, destroying houses, and all these things that is just coming up. Democracy is not being practiced. People are using authoritarian to do things over there does not mean the father does not listen, or the father does not hear, the father does not see. He sees everything and hears everything. Remember this, the great one was once an ambassador to Italy. And when you people are making comments, please, no, spit out of your mouth. Whatever you said before, just spit it out, because it does not make any sense. When people give wrong to corruption, does not mean everyone is corrupt. This is not 4+4. We are talking about sensitive issues here, things that involve the king. The king has been fighting tooth and nail to get these things back over almost 100 years now, if not more than. They'll be fighting the British government to return these things back. If they were not important, they wouldn't be asking for it. The fact that there is one government in power who could not do landscaping, who cannot afford to do landscaping, now here there's money somewhere, want to be the receiver. Why and then destroy properties and all these things in town? Brothers and sisters, let us just take our eye out of things we cannot defend, things we cannot see. Telling people that if the museum is built in Benin, the artifact will be stolen in 10 years. Why was it not stolen where they kept it in Germany? Are you not telling me they are not criminals in Germany? Are you not telling me they are not criminals in Rome, the home of mafias? Why was it not stolen? Brothers, before things come out of the mouth, let's control it. If the SASA governors are having issues of compromising where the presidency should go, they should blame themselves, because I don't believe there's any governor in the South anyway. They are all corrupt. A society who cannot create a single pipe-borne water for their citizens. A society where governor cannot provide electricity for their citizens, and they still point fingers to Buhari. A society where they collect security allocation and they could not provide security for their citizens, they still point fingers to Buhari. Every state has a boundary. Every state has a border. If every state shut down every borders, they can bring out all those criminal elements that is terrorizing every state. Their business calling us out governor, calling us out presidency, calling us what? Is it PDP or APC? Is there any political party? The two political parties have not brought development to the country. Instead, they brought corruption, they brought nepotism, they brought segregation, they brought war, they brought kidnapping, they brought all sort of things to us. Yet, you people still believe in their voice. The voice, we are the voice of the voiceless. Before you start pointing fingers to the elders, check whether you have father or mother or sister, auntie, uncle behind you. We don't just talk. Let's take your eye off the palace. The palace have chiefs, they have a Nogi, they have Odionwuri, they have all sort of people in the council. There are a lot of educated members of that council. A lot. Even those that did not go to school, they have brain, they think far. Can't sit in one chair in Euro countries and start making noise and start deciding what the palace should do. Start suggesting for the palace what to do. If you guys were so bright enough, why can't you go home and fight for politics? Develop the state. You people were busy singing 4+4, 4+4. Go and look at 4+4 in Edo State and see how it is. People are living like people are living in Akopedego. All the roads are all red sounds. And yet, people cannot see it. Brothers and sisters, it's enough, and enough is enough for the wise. Do not approach things you can't solve. Jesus says, war for Caesar, and war for Christ, for Christ. War for the kingdom should be left for the Oba to decide. War for the Benin people that's concerning the palace should be left for the Oba to decide. Not spending money to destroy things. Today, government we have in the states, a society where we don't have councils. There's no chairman, there's no councillors, the House of Assembly is dead. A society where no commissioners. Are you not telling me all these things? People can't see, people can't hear. The world is developing. The world is moving very fast. The world is developing. The world is moving very fast. If the artifact is coming to Edo, people should take their eyes off it. People are only fighting for the money. Once that money comes and it goes to their hand, they will shock it in their pocket. Half of that money will go back to England. Some of the rest money will go back to Bank of America. The rest, some of them will be in China, while the other ones will be in South Africa. That is why the Great One is fighting to block all those loopholes, to make sure nothing exit out of exit, no sense exit. The Great One, I love you for speaking out. May God bless you. But I talk where he said, for people to just come around and start yappy, people who could not cover themselves. Yeah, when you might think you're plentiful, start suggesting for you what to do in the palace. So for God so loved the world, he created kings and judges, presidents, to look after his word. That's what these people are doing. They are not existing by mistakes. God created these people to rule over the world, to rule over the earth. So when they speak, people listen. Know when you speak, you want them to listen to you. Who's going to listen? When the Oba set up a forum, how many people were dressed up in a saint attire? What I mean by saint, in a priest attire, how many elders people were there? You're not saying what you say in Europe. People should be listening to that to do what they're going to do in Benin. Come on, man. Let's call a spade a spade. People should take their eyes out of the artifacts. Let the people involved settle it amicably, rather than pointing fingers here and there. This is not, like I said, this is not 4+4. Today, 4+4 have not yielded anything in Benin City. It hasn't yielded anything. When it rains, it pours. And when it pours, people cannot walk on it. People cannot go home. Society that does not have education is paralyzed. Transport. Go and look at the buses that are carrying people in the street. Go and look at how it is. No brake light, no headlight, no head tail, nothing on it. They drive in darkness with no light. Some people use torches. That's a society where we have heads, where we have governors. A society where, come on, brothers and sisters, go and travel in Benin in the night and see how it is. It's very dangerous. And you're now telling me we're going to decide what Omonoba. Omonoba is the most educated human being living on the surface of the earth. And if you don't know, know now. The most intelligent among human race. If you don't know now, you know. When I see people talk, yappy, pray, man. It is time for us to wake up. You call a society a democracy? Democracy of destroying properties? Look at it, just look at it around the whole world. Is there any government in the world that is destroying properties? People are fighting to develop a society. We are busy destroying what we build. We don't have electricity, we don't have road, there's no tap water. No electricity. The first form of security is electricity. A society with electricity, crime will reduce because everybody is seeing each other. No water, that is security. When we talk about security, it's water, electricity, roads. Those are security. But every month we have state allocations. What do we do with that state allocations? And yet, when the artifact is coming, everybody is putting their hand. People are creating companies to host it. ECOWAS Africa. The other one is in the... What the hell? Leave what belongs to Caesar for Caesar and work for Christ for Christ. That's what he said. But the Lord God said, work for Christ and work for Caesar for Caesar. Work for palace. And work for the federal government Nobody should poke nose into anything that is coming out of the palace. People have suffered. People lost their life in those artifacts. We're not just talking about the artifact alone. What are the people that lost their life? Money is coming, everybody want to go there and poke nose and put their head into it. When these people when the Obas were fighting for all this thing to be brought back, when people were doing about it. Now people hear now there's money coming. People don't even know how that artifact works. The German government are fed up with those artifacts because spirits are singing praises when they are here. Inside that place where they kept all those things. You think it's the day it is a fly will bite you in your brocos, then you realize you don't use violence for everything. Brothers and sisters, let's call a speed here. A royal museum can be built inside the palace. People go and play soccer inside the palace. If you don't know, now you know. There's a soccer pitch inside the palace. People play soccer there. The gate is open. I went to Benin the other day. I went there, took photos. It's open for everyone, even though there is security over there. The place is secured. Does not mean people go up from all walks of life to go and visit the palace. I see people that left the slave trade. They trace their ancestry back to the palace after 400 years. They still come back to people are coming home. The great bossa the other day said it from Benin. People are tracing their ancestry back to Benin. And now somebody will come up and say to the whole world that the people from Ogbe are criminals. So people from Opa are not criminals. People from Bo are not criminals. Are you not telling me people from Lagos are not criminals? And there's no criminal in the north? Are you telling me people they are not criminal in Libya, in Egypt, or in Italy where you are decided there are no criminal there? Or what kind of SUKPEVBOWEWE? You people should stay away from the artifacts and let the gods and the kings decide what to do with it. If you want to make an album, I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. A mortar or ring grudua. What's your man? Do a mukegni ade. Artifact wa 10 years later, I do emu. I do emu. Uno wa do emu. People 10 years later they will just steal all of them. Steal it to where? So if it's in Benin, people cannot guide it. So they should go and keep it in Lagos or put it in Abuja, so people will guide it over there for you. Instead for you to be fighting or a woman or one meroji, that or their divitai. Not telling me where here and there, brother. I'm disappointed. Sisters, I'm disappointed to see the way people are talking about the artifact as if it is a Yamu and a Basaki that is doing an election. This is an election issue. The artifact has nothing to do with democracy. It got nothing to do with politics. That's the traditional issues we are talking about here. It got nothing to do with politics. They should not invite politics. The democracy got nothing to do with it. Nobody should call democracy when it comes to Edo Traditional Council artifacts. When they were taking those things, it was taken by force, by war. People died. There was no democracy when they were taking it. They did not call any governor. They did not call any supreme leader to say we are going to go and take the artifact. They went there by force and killed people. It was stolen at a gunpoint. Now they have realized to return it back. They should return it peacefully instead of people just telling people, I'm not going to advise the palace. Who are you to advise the palace? Or who are you to suggest what the palace should do? I'm disappointed. Who can SUKPEVBOWEWE? You need to have your mighty guaji. And people classify yourself, you are educated now. I mean, you're disappointed. Not everything you see, you talk about. People should stay away from it and let our brother and let our father in the palace deal with it. He got the knowledge, he got the expatriate, he got the education, he got everything, he got the civilization. He's the most learned king of all kings. So stay away from it. And you guys should be warned. This is not 4+1 issue. If people sing 4+4, sing 4+4 today, where is 4+4? Are you not seeing what they do look like now? Go and look beneath how it is. People are turning it to something else. Edo State, look at the whole of Edo State. Is there any plot you can move? To go to Abuja is now 45,000 for ticket. People are not flying. If you don't have money to fly, A lot of people don't travel. Go to Auchi Road, go and see. Even the governors experience it. The car was sunk over there. It was the highest security breach of everything I've seen so far. People were not using a van to tow governor out of the mud. Is that not hilarious? Is that not shameful? Is that not? Come on, man. We should think before we just go on air and just start broadcasting what you don't know. And leave the palace alone. And let the palace deal with it. There are a lot of educated people, professors, doctors inside the palace. Retired military, retired police, retired so many people from all walks of lives. They are all inside the palace. Those are the people that dine with the kings. If you haven't dined with the kings and princes, don't say anything of what you don't know. We are talking about tradition here. We are not talking about politics. Politics should be left alone. Democracy should be left alone. When you come to the tradition of a place, let the tradition take its course. Instead of bringing in politics and bringing in autocratic government, people are practicing into it. Government that does not care about these people. Tell me, this is one of the reasons why Biafra said they want to leave Nigeria. Even though they were doing it the wrong way. Enough is enough a voice is enough for the wise. My brothers and sisters, please, let's keep our mouth out of what is happening in the palace. God bless everybody that is watching and those that is going to watch again. Take care and stay blessed. Bye for now.